Let you in on an aspect of the world that you're not normally accustomed to.
I could have been a totally different person.
Yeah, right now.
Since 12 hours ago.
Could have been wearing a business suit today. Who knows?
With a fanny pack.
With a fanny pack. Just classing up the joint.
That's a fantastic idea.
That's it. It's the only kind of ideas I have, sir.
It's Corner House Chronicles Day.
It's just different enough.
And here's the kicker, boss. They're all the same personality.
They're assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 1.5 million asshole penguins.
Best part.
I'm going to try and pace it out, so just as you forget about me, I'll just pop in and remind you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the newest episode of the Corner House Chronicles. I'm John.
I'm Jason.
And it's Sunday.
Whoop, whoop.
Episode 43.
Coming at your ear holes.
We're back in your ear holes once again. So, the weekend is over. First NFL weekend. I think we should start there just because our big shout out to Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
A tie.
A tie. It's not a win, not a loss.
Right.
No free beer.
No free beer yet.
Sorry, folks.
One more week. I bet it was intense, though, that overtime period. To come back down 14 against the Steelers.
That's nothing to scoff at.
Right. Force overtime.
Yeah.
I was impressed. I thought for sure they were going to pull it off.
Like you said earlier before the show, imagining the bar crowd down in Cleveland just going fucking crazy.
Every play, hooting and hollering, holding your breath. Oh, yeah.
1 minute left in overtime. They get the ball back. They're like, oh, my God, we're going to fucking do it.
Yeah, they got down there, too. It was
they
close.
Did, yeah. But sorry, still winless since 2016.
Ooh, that hurts.
Doesn't taste good.
No. But
doesn't taste as good as a free Bud Light.
It is, yeah, right. I wonder how many bars are participating in that.
I don't know.
It's got to be a few.
I mean, was it like supplied, or is it like the bar putting up?
I'm gonna imagine the bar probably like bought extra beer and stocked it under the guise that every football game they're gonna have a big crowd in there because if it's the first win, people are gonna want to drink that beer for free. You know. Well, I don't know.
Promotional, yeah.
Anybody in Cleveland listening, if you could fill us in on some details, that'd be sweet.
It would be appreciated.
Yeah. It was a close game. There's a couple blowouts.
Yeah.
I thought it was a pretty good weekend. I'm ahead in fantasy so far. We'll see how that shakes out.
That's all that matters right there.
Wednesday will be a different story. Hell, Monday will be a different story.
Now, all right. How do you project the Lions this season? Are they going to do anything? Is Stafford going to earn that money?
I think he'll get his. I think he'll have a decent season.
A decent?
Yeah. More touchdowns than interceptions. Quite a few yards, depending on if the receivers can catch the ball.
Like,
all right.
All right.
I don't think the Lions personally are going to do very well.
I don't think anybody thinks
that
the Lions are actually going to put up something good.
9 wins. That'd be a good
8,
season.
9, yeah.
No playoffs.
No.
I don't think so, but we'll see.
I just can't understand how people think Stafford is worth that much money. I personally do not think he is.
No, I don't either.
But
unfortunately,
the Ford family does.
The Ford family and the sport of football. You know, the contracts and the money that gets thrown around for quarterbacks that don't put up the numbers he does. And, you know, Lions didn't want to see him leave.
It's true.
You got to start all back over. That's like when Michigan hires a new coach. You got to start all back over. You know, it's a brutal process.
Oh, yeah, it hurts. But sometimes it needs to be done.
Yeah. Lions got a new coach this year, too. We'll see what he do. You know, how he does.
Couldn't win against the Browns in the preseason, but
right. Unfortunately, Michigan State got
a little
unexpected bit hurt this weekend. But Herm Edwards, man, he's always been a great coach.
It's true.
It was good to see him come back to football, go to college, and then you know, late road game like that. Is what it is.
It is.
On to the next one.
Shaking off the cobwebs.
I'd be curious to find out what time their flight landed. You know, how long they were there to adjust to the time difference. I'm sure
if the kids went out partying.
Right.
I mean, ASU and all.
What time was the lights out, you know? Maybe next week, Cleveland. Maybe.
There's always hope.
Yep.
You too, Michigan State.
Yes. Michigan put up a good game.
Yeah, it's against the Broncos,
Western, but, you know, still 49-3. That's
actually protecting the quarterback this time was nice.
Right.
Good to see. Progress.
Yeah. We'll see.
Everything's still early, folks.
Right? I know it's September. Yeah. Everything's up in the air right now. We'll see.
Well, speaking of up in the air,
nicely done.
You like that?
Yeah.
Mr. Bad Mike Hughes. See, he's got this documentary. I don't know if he put together or if somebody was like, hey, can we do a documentary? And he was like, okay. But he also has some other exciting news. He has another GoFundMe.
Yes. Okay. A little
jumping around too
little
far.
Recap for the
All
new
right.
listeners. If you don't know who Mad Mike Hughes is, he's a professional stuntman,
The king of the stuntmen.
king of stuntmen, professional limo driver, cat enthusiast out of California. And he launched himself into the air. I almost said space.
You almost did.
He launched himself up into the air in a homemade rocket.
Yep. Steam powered.
What, 1,600 feet, I think it was, or something?
In that ballpark.
In the hopes to...
Well, this one was to raise awareness / money funding for his next venture. And he's slowly going to do these quote-unquote stunts to eventually build a rocket to then go in space to see for himself that the world is actually flat.
It's been a fascinating ride.
It's been interesting so far. We've been following him since the beginning of this
very
venture.
beginning. We're still with you, Mike.
He's doing a speedboat.
Yes, he's building a
the
homemade
next
speedboat.
But in between that, he's also going to start running for governor of California. And his GoFundMe, he's trying to raise $5,500 for mobile billboard ads. And he's very excited about this because the company Rolling Ads, that's ADZ, folks, not S, because they're classy.
Stepping the game up.
He's excited because they advertised for Gary Johnson's 2016 presidential run. So, obviously, they're experienced with political advertising. So,
Rolling billboard.
yeah. And we highly recommend you check out this GoFundMe. You don't have to donate. I mean, only one person has so far, and it was for $13. But just to see the picture of him next to his limo, looking all Don Johnson. I mean, he's a slick motherfucker. He just needs a fog machine and some nice music in the background in one of his ads. I think he'll do well.
Like a fan blowing the fog around, you know.
Yeah.
It does look like something for an infomercial. Like a
Top Gun music in the background.
How to get rich. You want to be like me?
Highway to the governor's office.
I'm fascinated, sir.
This guy,
I'm fascinated.
I hope he does well in life. I really do. Because he's entertaining. Whether or not his beliefs in science or lack thereof are grounded well, he's just fun to follow along and see what this crazy cat guy's doing.
Yeah. Be cool if it was somewhere like near us.
We could actually go visit.
Right.
Maybe interview him.
That would be cool.
You know, maybe when we upgrade our setup here, we can get some opportunity to maybe have him interview via internet.
Yeah. A little Skype session or something like that.
That'd be kind of neat.
Yeah. Hopefully he'd be into something like that.
Yeah. We could say it's for political reasons. Just want to spread the word of his governor race.
Absolutely. I'm very curious to see how this goes.
I think he's going to get a few votes.
The town he lives in.
I don't even think they're going to go out to participate. But, you know, I think there's going to be some people scattered throughout California. It's like, hey, that crazy guy, I'm going to vote for him.
I'm going to write. You don't even need to write him in,
You
right?
don't? Well, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder what. Do you think he's running as a Democrat or Republican? Or being independent, maybe?
I would say independent would be
Yeah.
my guess.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he has a campaign page. That was a tough one to get out.
Right.
It might be like his limousine rental / governor campaign page. You got options there, folks.
You use Wikipedia because it's free.
Oh, I don't know. I think he's going to do okay for being him, not so much for being like someone who's actually seeking office. Like, he's not going to get like, oh, with a record 600,000 votes. No, he's going to have like maybe 2,000, just being generous there.
There's some crazy shit going on in that state.
There's some crazy people going on in that state.
Right, so he might just strike a chord, you know?
He's going to, like...
He can get up there and be like, fuck straws. You know? Boom, campaign funds coming in.
Fuck guns, fuck straws.
Right. Who knows? The world is flat.
Who knows?
It's been a fun ride. I can't wait to see his documentary. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to sit down with some fucking popcorn and I'm going to watch that shit. Rocket
I've never
Man.
heard of this production company that's doing it.
What'd you say the name of it was?
I was like, let me actually bring
Okay.
it up because it's very important that I get this correct.
Yes.
So the name of the production company is Lawless Magician Productions.
Lawless Magician.
Yeah. Sounds very, very professional. I mean,
extremely made up.
not so much made up. I mean, they probably did a few weddings. Some,
shit.
Car shows. Who knows?
Yeah.
But they're hitting the big time with Rocket Man.
Wonder if it's a situation like, remember the movie Along Came Polly? I think we talked about this actual thing I'm about to say weeks and weeks ago when we were talking about this, but where Philip Seymour Hoffman's character hires his own like behind the music style documentary crew to film him.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's
quite
like
possible.
that.
Yeah. What is he going to do with it? Try to sell it to make more money? Is he going to like submit it to festivals? Like, I don't know.
Maybe it's going to be part of his campaign.
Ooh.
You know, like, look, I did this instead of
been. Yeah, but he's been claiming that
tax dollars.
These people wanted to do a documentary about him.
Well,
so I don't
maybe
know.
that was part of the agreement.
Maybe
he gets to use it for whatever he wants to.
It's true.
Maybe it's all him.
It could just still. He's the man behind the curtain.
That's maybe
just him and his cats.
That's it, right? He's at home talking to him right now.
Right meow.
Right meow. Nice.
I wish him well, and I'm anticipating the speedboat of his.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
He's attempting to break the speedboat speed record. I don't know exactly the specifics he's looking for. If it's like
water or ice, I think, right? It'll run on.
I think so. Is what he's claiming.
Right. That's what he's planning.
Yeah.
I think we talked about. I know. Okay, I know we've talked about Mad Mike Hughes numerous times. But I think one time in particular, I said something like he should hook up with Elon Musk. I think I made that comparison, or not comparison.
Jump?
Yeah. I think I said that before. And after watching Elon Musk on Joe Rogan's podcast,
do you still believe this?
Fuck yes, I do.
All right. One has a shitload of money and wants to change the world just to see if he can. The other thinks the world is flat and builds homemade rockets and shit.
Right. I'm not saying they have to agree.
No, is it like the Odd Couple type shit?
Kind of.
Like put them in an apartment for a month?
No. I would say like maybe business phone calls would be as close as they got to each other.
How do you think Mad Mike would do on a business phone call with Elon Musk?
Well, I'm sure there'd be a meeting first. But after the meeting and the investment and all the idea session, then, Musk is just like, okay, I got so much other shit. Just do what you got to do and keep me posted.
Here's a rocket from SpaceX. Go nuts. Let's save you some time.
Or maybe help him with the boat. It just seems like something that Elon Musk would be like, I'm into this now.
Okay. All right. What if the day of Mad Mike's launch of this fucking speedboat, right? He's getting all prepared, getting the boat in the water. All of a sudden, this fucking electric semi pulls up with a Tesla logo on the back. Door opens. What looks to be a DeLorean-shaped speedboat is then hauled off, put into the water next to it.
Musk shows up and challenges him.
Dressed as Marty McFly.
Oh, shit.
You could sell tickets to that.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And what if Elon Musk is like, A, it's electric. B, I'll give you a 5-second head start.
Okay, does Mad Mike know he's coming in advance, like coming over? No, okay.
Completely
he just shows
blindsided.
Up, boom. Okay. That would be awesome.
I think that needs to happen.
Yes.
It probably won't.
No.
So don't, get all excited there, folks. It's just the ramblings of our brains into your ears.
Mm-hmm.
But
it would be so cool. Like if he just showed up, like if you beat me, I'll give you $2 million to
and your own rocket.
Whatever. Just use whatever you want.
I will fully fund your governor campaign.
Oh. That might be a bad idea there. But
well, I mean, do you think he's going to win?
No. So you're just flushing money. But if you give him, fund his next rocket launch.
Why would you just be like, why don't you just come over to SpaceX? We'll shoot you up. You can be the first, SpaceX passenger. Right? I'll show you my convertible that's over fucking hanging out in Mars. You'll dig it.
Is that car still up there?
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's crazy. Why would he send a car into space?
Because he can. I mean, why?
Which is the exact reason why he should invest in Mad Mike Hughes, because he can.
All right, but
Just
I think
give him
there's more
something.
qualified people he can invest in that could do more for humanity.
Okay,
And not even just for like, oh, wow, you moved us further into the future by so many years by developing this. No, just for pure entertainment.
Right.
Like, all right, if he gave Gary Busey $2 million, I think I would focus more on whatever the fuck Gary Busey's going to do, either all that much cocaine or whatever it is
I
he
just got a
chooses.
great idea. Oh my god. Okay, so
Stick with me, folks.
we get a television style documentary about Mad Mike building his boat, and Gary Busey is the host, and he's just at Mad Mike's house asking him questions about the boat as he builds it. It's so good.
I don't know how well that would be, but you'd have to watch that train wreck.
It would be a fantastic, like,
What if he converts
2
Gary
episodes.
Busey into being a flat earther?
maybe Gary Busey already is a flat earther. Who knows?
I don't claim to know.
No.
But wow.
That one, we might be able to look that fact up.
Oh yeah, that should be on the internet somewhere.
There's got to be a list somewhere, right? Like if you go to flatearth.com or some shit, somebody's
Just a
got to have
fucking-
that shit marked.
A master fucking codex of everyone who believes.
Right. If they just get a whiff on the web of somebody talking about flat Earth, they
In
just write their
2004,
name on the
Shaquille
list.
O'Neal said this.
And you have to request to be taken off the list, so they just keep plugging these people's names with absolutely no connection whatsoever, besides a comment they made years ago.
If any of you listening want some sort of quick startup idea, there you go. You could be the person who makes the master list of all the believers
In flat Earth
in
theory.
flat Earth theory. It's going to take some time, but I think you can do it. I believe in you.
You're probably going to have to circle the globe to get people to admit that they believe the Earth is flat.
Oh, episode 43.
So this Elon Musk episode of Joe Rogan, right?
Yeah.
You've listened, watched it, whatever?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Not yet.
I've never really paid attention to Elon Musk when he's done interviews or talking things. That guy's odd, man.
He can
In
afford
a
to be.
fascinating way.
Yeah.
Yes. So much so that I'm making my dinner for 3 a dinner for 4 now. Because at first I was going to kick Dave Grohl out like, bro.
I was surprised you chose that option.
Right.
I'm not going to lie.
But I think I'm just going to make it a 4 because
Okay.
it's our show and we can do that. I mean, it's my dinner for
Yeah.
so whatever. But yeah, that'd be an interesting conversation. Him and Rogan was an interesting conversation.
From the parts that I've heard about
Mm-hmm.
have been quite interesting.
They talked about him wanting to build these tunnels under L.A.
Yep.
to fix the traffic. He's talking about building like 3 of them stacked on top of each other. That's crazy shit, dude. That's crazy
He's
shit.
thinking outside of the box.
Oh, absolutely.
Most definitely. And he wants to change things. I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's going to do it. Not so much like he's not capable of it. It's more so, will he find out there's just something that we didn't anticipate for. Oh, what about like this came up and now we're going to have to alter the idea so much so that it's going to be economically not the wise
Or
choice.
financially.
Yeah.
Just it's going to cost way more than it's going to make. Okay.
But then, all right, let's say he's like started building these tunnels and then figures out shit can't work. What does he do with the tunnels?
Yeah. I don't know. Shit, that's a great question. They could build like underground parking maybe,
This is true.
Yeah.
Fill
Them back in, I guess, if they had to, depending on what they did with all the dirt they took out. But he said he just dug a hole. He's got this piece of property. I'm going to dig a hole. And that's what they did.
Hey, more power to him.
Yeah.
I enjoy his ideas. Like you were telling me, I want to make $1 million. We're going to sell hats.
Yep.
How long did it take?
I think he said they sold out in like 4 hours or something. Or that might have been the flamethrowers.
The flamethrowers, I know.
The
went
flamethrowers
fucking
sold out in
day
like 4
one,
hours. Yeah.
But even that, he was like, I want to make $10 million.
Yep.
We're going to sell these flamethrowers.
Once they're gone, they're gone.
Yep.
That's it.
Thanks, Spaceballs. Kids are going to love them.
He's fascinated by AI. Like that's his gig right there, man.
Hey, I've seen Terminator 2. I know how this shit goes down.
Yeah, right. There's a lot of movies that have been warning us about what
Pretty much.
could possibly happen, but I like that he said he is a fatalist.
A fatalist.
Yeah, Like, it's going to happen. We're not going to change it. We should just try to get ahead of it as much as possible before it overtakes us or whatever, you know.
That's interesting.
Really interesting conversation. And I still have an hour left of it. I haven't even gotten to the part where he did or did not inhale. The collective world Friday morning lost their minds. Stock prices are falling. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yes, he will. I think he'll be even better than he was.
Yeah, he has too much money to fail.
Because he's going to start seeing the people that are saying these things, you know, because when they come a-calling,
Oh, yeah.
ship's full. Sorry. You get to stay on Earth.
I warned you about that AI.
Right. Joe Rogan will be sitting front row with his family.
This is blowing my mind.
We're out of here, bitches. Dana White will be sitting right next to him.
Where are we going? Shut up, Dana.
All he needs to do is when they get there,
Yeah.
train a bunch of people to become warriors. Pit them against each other in tournaments for gold and power and money and popularity. And that way, when we need them, they'll be there ready to fight.
The first general of Mars.
Yep. That would be an interesting idea, right? Get a list of the people that Elon Musk will take to Mars with him when it's time to go and what their jobs will be.
Oh, got some weird shit for you today, folks.
This is show homework. I'll get right on top of that one. That'll be fun. We were supposed to have a guest this evening, but
This is true.
apparently he had to work.
That will happen.
Yet he was here till
Well, he didn't know. He got
1
called in.
a.m. Right.
Supposedly.
It's all right. We'll pump him back into the schedule later.
Oh, yeah.
We got open dates.
Whoa. It's getting chilly, folks. At least this week.
The seasons are changing, man.
I dig it. Wasn't
Yeah.
expecting it so soon. But it's going to jump back up to the 80s by the time you're listening to this.
Yeah. It'll be
In our
warm again.
area.
Right, in Michigan at
Yeah.
least. We went to bed last night. It was kind of chilly.
Yeah.
We had some windows open.
Ooh.
Woke up this morning. It was like, holy shit.
Forgot that blanket.
Got nippy. No, we had blankets.
Oh, there you go.
I don't remember them getting there, but they got there.
Woke up, you're like, all right.
Yeah, it was a good night. We had a good time last night.
What was the game, the Pictionary game you guys played?
It is called Drawing Without Dignity. It's like Pictionary for perverts.
Yeah, it's like a combination of Pictionary and Cards Against Humanity. You got to draw some fucked up shit from what I heard.
Yeah. Like you have, the cards have like 5
Options?
Yeah, numbered 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4, 5. And then somebody rolls a dice, and whatever number it rolls up on, you have to draw that.
Okay.
And your team has to guess, you know.
What
like
was
win,
the-
lose, or draw kind of too,
All right.
you know, whatever.
What was the most, like, standout thing that someone had to draw?
Chris actually had a keg stand.
Okay.
He drew it fucking beautifully. It was great for a little stick figure and the keg and stuff. Everybody got it right away. That was a good one. There was some very perverted ones. I don't really remember. The night's still kind of foggy. I was up late. But
Up late, early morning?
it was fun watching them play, for
Yeah.
sure.
Would you recommend it to our listeners?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
If you're into like game night,
Yeah.
have a couple drinks, you know, group
Have
of
some
people.
friends over.
Right. Yeah.
Adult games.
Yes.
No kids.
Right. If you're into Cards Against Humanity, this is fun too.
Right up your alley.
Right.
Now, I'm curious because the packaging is damn similar to Cards Against Humanity, where Cards Against Humanity is a black box with white lettering. Drawing Without Dignity is a white box, same lettering.
Got the 3 little squares
It's got
on
the 3
it.
little squares to give, like, recommended amount of players, age, and all that. I have to check into that
Yeah.
because it might be one of their products.
I'm guessing it's probably under the same company. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah.
Well, no, this is all hearsay at
Yes.
this point.
Yes, it is.
But definitely check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Drawing Without Dignity.
Yes, it was hours of entertainment. They give you the little sand timer, so you draw and people,
Nice.
your team has to get. So the dice has 6 on it. If you roll a 6, everybody in the game gets to guess
Okay, instead of just one team.
instead of your team.
Okay.
So if you roll a 1 through 5, you draw your team guesses. If you don't get it in the time, the opponents can steal it. If you roll a 6, everybody gets to guess.
All
So
right.
you got people shouting answers out and stuff. Because of the atmosphere of the party last night, I may or may not have shouted a guess out over somebody's shoulder. None of them were right.
Sasquatch's taint.
I'm telling you, it was crazy. Definitely a fun time, though.
That's all that matters.
Yep, for sure. I'm going to switch lanes on you here.
All right.
Did you happen to catch the premiere of The Mayans?
Yes, it did.
What'd you think?
There was a lot going on in episode 1.
There was.
There was. More so than I thought they would put in the first one. I think they would ease you into it, but there was a lot of different plots going around.
I think from Kurt Sutter's perspective, he had to overload the first. Hell, it's probably going to be 2 or 3 episodes.
Oh, yeah.
It's just going to be,
bam,
a lot of
just to get you up to what's going on. And then people's anticipation of, is it going to be Sons of Anarchy 2? Mm-hmm. It's not. Mm-mm. It's a different beast. Entirely, but it has a lot of the same elements to make you comfortable in that world.
Yeah. I like that it's from the prospects'
point of view. Yeah, instead of like the leaders.
Yeah. Because
being outside that inner circle instead of being in the inner circle.
If you were a fan of Sons of Anarchy, and if you ever had the thought like I did, I wonder what Jax had to go through being a prospect.
Was he given leeway since, he was Jax?
Exactly. Whereas this is like, this guy's all right. We get to watch it.
When he meets the head guy, he's like, hey, I'm easy. Hey, go wash my car or my bike.
No
Gas
speck
it up.
of dust.
All right.
There was a lot going on. They had a couple of cameos from the Sons of Anarchy world, so that was cool.
I enjoyed the opening scene when he's riding his bike and he runs over the crow, the dead crow on the road. I was like, I see what you did there, Kurt Sutter.
If the projections are correct, the next show that he does when this one's done will be the original 9.
Now, I thought that was supposed to be a movie.
No, he's going to do a show.
His show?
Yep.
Okay.
And then the 4th one, allegedly, will be about Jax's kids.
Cain and Abel?
Yep.
Okay.
Thomas and Abel.
Same thing.
No. Yes.
It's going to be the same thing.
Yes, it'll probably be that story arc that he'll choose, which could be interesting.
I'm pretty sure Sons of Anarchy was just Macbeth, so...
I thought it was Hamlet.
It might have been Hamlet.
I think it was Hamlet.
Hamlet, yeah.
Loosely.
Enough.
Yeah, right.
A different adaptation.
Definitely. Do you think that's a good way to write?
It gives you a wonderful foundation so that way you have your idea, but you don't know where to take it.
Right.
It's a roadmap. It helps you along. You can change. Oh, okay, I'll just do this, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Now, we've often talked about writing on the show. Is that something you do when you write? For sure?
For sure.
Okay.
Only because the way ideas come to me are just pieces.
Right.
It'll be like one scene from a movie. And it's like, okay, that's pretty cool. How do I expand off that? And then I'll just put it in the bank. And then later I'm like, oh man, that would be perfect in a story like this.
Gotcha.
Then, all right, we have that piece. We have the foundation of the story, and then you can just build from there.
I've tried it.
Yeah.
It definitely works. It helps.
And you're not bound to it. It's just a guideline.
Right. And you can use pretty much as much of it as you want, right?
Because there's only 6 to 9 actual styles of story.
Yeah.
Every story is just based off one of those archetypes.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's not as though you're just completely ripping shit off.
Probably the number 9.
Yeah.
It seems to be a popular number.
It is indeed. Those odd numbers, man.
What's really funny right now in this moment is today is the 9th.
This is true.
Mm-hmm. Weird stuff, man.
It all makes sense. What's even weirder?
Yeah.
September, the 9th month.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. Mind is blown.
Chilly. It's good sleeping weather today.
It is. I was trying to get a bonfire going last night. And
it was just too
windy.
Fucking windy, yeah.
I'd get it going, it'd blow out. I'd get it going, blow out. I'm like, I give up, dude. I'm done with this. Somebody give me a beer. That's what I said. Speaking
of delicious, tasty beverages, tonight's selection comes from us from Bells Brewery. Now, I've had trouble trying to figure out the correct way to pronounce this.
If I'm going to take a shot in the dark
Yeah.
and say Quinannan.
Quinannan was what I got.
Okay.
But like breaking it down phonetically, it was like Quinannan.
Yeah, there's quite a few N's.
And it just started doing the Batman theme. So, but Quinannan Falls from Bells Brewery. It is a India-style pale lager. Let's see. Born in a dream, our dry hopped lager is a crisp and aromatic as the pine forest and waterfall that inspired it. It's actually pretty nice. It's like a IPA light.
That's a good way to put it.
It's like a watered-down IPA.
Yeah. It's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. It's pretty smooth. You do get the pine type aroma.
I wonder if somebody
Hoppy.
really had a dream, and that's what the waterfall looked like in the dream. You know, they were like, "This is the spot right here."
You know, my
Boom.
dream took me to Quinannan. Dreams are weird. I wouldn't doubt it. Stranger shit has happened.
Yeah, it's a weird part of your brain,
Isn't it?
The dream state.
Now, have you ever had a dream and then like a couple days later, part of that dream happened?
Absolutely. But before we get into that, I just want to say thanks to Bells Brewery for some kick-ass beer.
Cheers. Jumping lanes too quick, folks.
I know,
I
right?
apologize.
No, that's cool. Back to the dreams. Yes.
Back to the dreams.
Yes, I have.
Does it ever creep you out when you realize it?
Oh, absolutely. I always try to think like what comes next.
You
Because
know?
obviously, if that little moment in a dream happened, what happened next in the dream?
But then you're like, fuck, I don't remember that part.
Yeah.
Or I woke up. Shit. Like moments before we started this podcast, I was texting my friend.
Mm-hmm.
He lives out in California. Now, a couple days ago, I woke up in the middle of the night from a dream, and the last part I remembered was me yelling, "Danger bees!"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, fuck, what is that from? And for a couple days, I was like, I'm going to text him because maybe it's from a movie. He
Now,
might
in the
know.
context of you saying it, was
Yes.
it danger bees or was it like a pause? Danger bees.
I don't recall. I just know there was a lot of emphasis on
Okay.
danger bees.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if it was like danger bees or
Okay.
just one.
Gotcha.
So all my mind could come up with was Tommy Boy when they're driving and
Tommy Boy, the movie, yeah.
the movie.
Yeah.
They're driving and the cops pull him over. He's like, my dad taught me this.
Right, just get out of the car and yell bees.
Killer
Right.
bees. And I was like, maybe it's from there. So I didn't text my buddy. And then today, right before the show, he sends me a picture. He was walking down the street in California, and there's like, you know, those wet floor types.
The yellow
caution.
tri-
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It was those, but with pieces of paper over it that just said, danger, bees. And he's like, there's so many fucking bees out here. It's crazy. And I just went, creepy.
This was like 3 days ago you had the dream?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
And my first thought was to text him to ask what movie that was from.
Okay. But you didn't.
But I didn't because I just went, it's probably from Tommy Boy.
And then the picture came to you.
And then the picture came to me moments before we hit record this evening. That shit fucks with my head.
That's a little bit of a strong coincidence.
I don't know. I've had shit like, it's like deja vu type shit. But
Yeah.
this one was just very fresh, so I thought I might bring it up.
Yeah. Have you ever had a reoccurring dream?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have one that pops up every now and then that I've had since elementary school.
Still going strong, huh?
Still going strong. But at this point, I recognize it in my dream.
You're
which
like,
is-
oh, shit.
So
I'm
for
here
a short
again.
period of time, I can be like, I'm going to go do this before I wake up realizing that I'm in a dream.
I had one a long time ago for probably 2 years,
Yeah.
but I haven't had it for some reason since.
See, now that you're talking about it, though, it's going to like pop fresh in your mind maybe a week from now.
Yeah, I've had this conversation with people before, and I still haven't had the dream. But maybe I'm due.
You might be.
Yeah, maybe this is the time, you know. I don't know. We tried to look it up one of those cheesy dream books, but
See, those are like fortune cookies in my mind. They're so sketchy and
horoscopes,
vague.
right?
They're just like, you may or may not find money. I found a penny today. That count? You're going to go from happy to sad, but don't worry. You're going to go back to happy. You stub your toe. I mean, that kind of
Right,
fits the
right.
bill as well.
Or that whole, like, you're going to find money, maybe you get a new job. You don't even recognize that it
No.
was the finding new money. You just,
Yeah. But like, I've never opened a fortune cookie and it was like, hey, Jay, check it out. So tomorrow at noon,
play these lotto numbers.
do not turn left down this street. You're going to get stuck by a train. You'll thank me later.
Have you ever seen a psychic?
Yeah, once.
Me too.
Just to see what it was about.
Yep.
But this psychic was kind of interesting because the sign was like, psychic reading, free slice of cake or pie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I had cheesecake
Before or after the reading?
after.
That's how they got you.
I was like, fuck it, I'll give it a shot.
Was it at a, like, psychic, like their house or their
No,
business, or was it
it was
like
a store,
a VFW type thing?
No, it was actually
Oh, okay.
like a little, like in a little small strip mall.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That poor person's paying rent
Yeah, I know.
to tell people futures that they don't believe.
Business was not
anyways.
doing good, so they had to offer free cake or pie. I remember the things that she was saying.
Was the cheesecake good?
It was okay. It wasn't like, oh man, it's a good ass cheesecake.
Right, you got me.
Yeah.
Especially
I'm coming
after
back.
after
Yeah.
the reading.
I
You're
want
like,
another reading.
you already lost me on the reading. Can I just
Yeah.
get the cheesecake to go, or what?
She was like, you're going to get a new car. And I was like, oh, yeah? Like new to me or new? She was like, new, brand new. It's a big, very bright color, like yellow. I was like, oh, okay. And when's this going to happen? She was like, within the year. And I was like, you don't know how much money I make. Like,
She thought you were going to become a taxi driver or something, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe it was just she was telling me about Uber and didn't know how to say it right.
How how long ago was this?
Oh, gosh. 2006 or 7, I think.
Oh, okay, so a decade, basically.
Yeah.
All right.
It's been a minute.
Mine was probably like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
I took my mom to one of them VFW setups where there's, 12 psychics.
You know,
are
this
sharing
weekend only.
Right.
Bet you knew I was going to show up.
I got a...
Free pie.
She didn't know there was no free pie. Nope. They offered us coffee and water.
Oh, that's nice.
And then they were selling donuts
To go with the coffee.
and the little quarter bags of chips for 50 cents.
Ah, bastards.
But I sat down and, she got into her little spiel.
Yeah.
The whole time I'm telling myself, I don't believe you. I don't believe a word
Yeah.
you're saying. I don't think you have any special powers. I think you're just like a magician. You just learned a skill, and now you're showing it off and making
It's
some
just-
money.
it's-
Right. You're a street performer. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
But there was
Does
one
this
part.
apply to you? No, let's try this.
Right. There's one part that stuck with me.
Yeah.
She did I think they like roll bones or dump a bag of bones on the
The
table
ruins or
something.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. Yeah, okay. They look like this or whatever.
Yeah.
Then she got to the tarot cards, I think they're
Yep.
called.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's a deck of cards.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're talking, it was more in a playing deck, dude. Probably 100, whatever cards in this deck.
It's like 80, I think, in the ballpark.
Okay, somewhere in there. And they're, bigger cards.
Yeah.
She's like shuffling them,
And
asking
has
me,
you shuffle.
asking me some questions and, okay, this and that
and then
going
it sorts
on.
them in a different way based off your answer.
She sets them out in front of me in one pile. She's like, I want you to cut this deck 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want you to put the deck back together in different order.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I can
you-
do that.
You're putting the ball in my hands. I like this. I can pay attention to how thick the cuts are. Okay, I'm playing along.
Mhm.
So I cut the deck, put it back. She starts flipping the cards over face up. They go in like rows of 3 or 4. And then there's like 4 or 5 rows down.
Yeah.
Builds like a square out of it. And she gets to the dead center of the setup
Yeah.
and flips the devil card. She's going on with her little spiel, and she gets to the very end of it, and she goes, do you have any questions? And I was like, yep, just one. Out of all them cards, how many devils are in there? Because there were multiples of some of the cards. You'll flip one at a certain spot and then flip the same card at a
Yeah,
different
to be
spot.
like
It
the
means
king of
something
cups,
different.
the king of
Yeah.
yeah.
If you get it up at the top, it means
Something different than towards
getting
the bottom. Yeah.
Right, but there's doubles because they both flipped up at the same
Yeah.
time. How many of the devil cards you got in that deck right there? Just one. I was like, oh shit. And when she flipped it, it was something like you need to change the people you're hanging out with. The crowd around you is like polluting your brain or polluting your spirit or whatever it is. Blah blah blah. But that'll always stick with me. Always. How many? Just one. What?
The logo on your hat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
For those that cannot see and are strictly listening, it's Detroit Tigers D that's slightly modified to where the bottom of the D wraps around into a devil's tail and the top has devil's horns. Just thought that was fitting based off this current conversation.
That is weird. It's another one of them
She
weird
got you
things,
good.
man. Right, yeah, all these years later.
Bam! She's sitting there like, man, 5 years from now, that guy's fucked.
Right. Right now, she's at home watching Law and Order and gets the chills. She just thinks it's because of the show, but really it's,
Oh, gotta close that window. Getting kind of brisk in here.
That's weird shit. I've always wanted to go. There's one on Fort Street.
Yeah.
right in Lincoln Park, and it looks like a house.
Yeah.
And it's the little psychic place.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to just stop in.
It's down the street from JPU.
Yep. And there's a couple of them in Lincoln Park, actually.
That's
Now
true.
that I
But this
think about
just
it.
like, there's like a dentist office, and
Yeah.
like business type buildings, and then like this little yellow house with a little sign out front with the little like crystal ball and a palm. It's
Yep.
like psychic readings
Yep.
by Jan or some shit like that.
And I think she lives in the back of the house or the upstairs
That's
or
probably
something.
her house.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. She just, it's not
That's
a
how
living
she
room.
pays the mortgage.
It's an office. We're going to turn this spare bedroom into the reading
It's like,
room.
well, what's the difference between the office and the living room? Oh, I put a little like thing over the table and put my crystal ball there and get my tarot cards out.
Our TV is on a swivel and we
There
just
you go.
turn it around.
And done. Couch is wrapped in plastic. Only during business hours.
It's like an inner struggle for me
Yeah.
because I don't believe them.
But you want to believe.
But no, I just want to go and do it.
To go and do it.
Yeah, but it's like I'm spending,
that Elon
I'm
Musk card.
spending $30 on something that really means absolutely nothing to me. Think about what I could do with that $30.
But think about this, though. You could make that psychic's day by like everything that he or she says. Just like, oh my God, you're right. Last Tuesday. And just play it up and just have a $30 amount of fun with it.
That could be fun.
That could be fun.
I wonder if I could invest in like a hidden camera, like a button on a shirt or my glasses or something that wasn't totally obvious, or in my hat, and like videotape
And
the
just
whole thing.
record it.
Yeah.
But you got to play it up like she is like preaching the gospel to you. Like, it's like you're in my head right now.
We're like the same person right now.
It's like you've been following me my whole life.
I don't know that I could keep a straight face through something like that.
You won't have to. You just have to play it up like, oh, it's so crazy and shocking that you're laughing and having fun with it.
Maybe.
Just make it a role, man. Be an actor.
I do. Yeah, that's a tough one there.
You can pull it off. I believe
I'm
in
not
you.
an actor, but I just
Hey.
play one on TV.
See? Stayed at a Holiday Inn last night. You can do anything.
Thinking about switching to Geico. It's like a whole thing. It's a whole,
I got Allstate.
2019,
I'm in good hands.
man, right? It's the year change. Seasons changing. Everything's changing.
Ugh.
I don't know about psychics.
No.
Do you think they're real?
No.
Any of them?
No.
Not one. Never has been. Never will be.
I mean, I think people have, like, I think we talked about the collective conscience.
yeah.
Like, you have moments of, like, an idea or
Right.
something. But
Like
not
you
full.
just plug into it for a
Yeah.
second and then you
Not
lose.
full blownsies.
Okay.
Like, you're not going all in.
Red flag. Wait a minute. What'd you say?
Full blownsies.
Blownsies. All right.
So,
Shout out to the kids listening. That
There you
must
go.
be a younger word. I don't
Hey.
know that one.
well, let me ask you.
Okay.
So, let's say Thursday evening, right?
Okay.
You were hanging out with some neighbors.
All right.
What if, as you were going to leave, one of the neighbors was like, don't do it?
I know where you're going with this. Son of a bitch. I had forgotten all about that moment until right now.
I feel it's a story
Yes.
that could tie in. Because
Yes.
what if one of the neighbors was like, hey, I got a bad feeling about you going home right now?
Right. Like, you should just hang out.
Just give it
until
another, like,
halftime's
20
over.
minutes, you know?
Wow. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, I think if...
I probably would have told him to shut up and just
Still
went
went
home.
home.
Right. Right.
See, now I built up the anticipation for this story.
Yes. All right, so Thursday night, I'm down at the neighbor's house watching the NFL game. My plan was to watch the first half and go home. Mission accomplished, right? It gets to halftime. All right, guys, I'm out. Have a good night. No
Crushed
big
it.
deal. See you Saturday. So I'm walking home. It's three doors down. I'm walking down the front sidewalk, and I come up between my house and the next door neighbor's house. They've got a little patch of sidewalk that runs up to the gate to get in the backyard. I've done it a million times before. Never had an issue. It was pretty dark out. Maybe 10 p.m., quarter after, somewhere in that time frame. I take like 3 steps up between the houses, and I hear this noise in the grass next door. I thought it was a rabbit. We got a lot of rabbits running around here. It wasn't.
And the neighbor's grass at the time
It was
a bit
long. It was
Yeah.
long. It hadn't been cut in a while. And so I kind of stopped thinking it was a rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
And then it dawned on me when I saw the white up against the house that this was not a rabbit.
In fact,
This was Pepe Le Pew standing 3 feet away from me.
And while he was deep in thought, you startled the fuck out of this gentleman.
Yeah, he was
or
nosing
lady.
through the grass, and I scared the stink out of him, literally. Luckily for me, he wasn't aiming at me.
Yeah, that is a huge...
So it didn't spray me, but when it sprayed, I don't know if you've ever been in the vicinity of a skunk when it actually releases its defense mechanism.
Never close, but not like within feet.
3
but-
feet.
Yeah, never
Maybe
been...
closer.
No.
Maybe closer. So he releases his stink towards the backyard of the houses. Okay, now when I noticed it was a skunk, my immediate thought was run, right? So which direction am I going to run? Towards the the backyard, because that's where the gate is, because I have to go in the back door of the house, because that's where I'm headed.
You've made that choice already.
I had already pre-made that choice,
You're
right?
invested.
I'm golden until now all of a sudden, boom. So I may or may not have ran through the cloud of stink.
That was wafting in your general direction.
It wasn't wafting. It was forced in my general direction just via the feet that I was that close
Yeah,
to. I
just
mean, it
being
was, oh, my God.
Right there.
So I go through the backyard. The skunk takes off down the side of the house towards the front yard, squeezes between the fence pole and the house, and he's gone, right?
Yep.
Life saved. Way to go, dude.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm standing there in the worst odor that you can. Again, I don't know if anybody listening has ever been that close to a skunk when it has its
Or been
discharge,
sprayed.
or been sprayed
Yeah.
by a skunk. Thankfully, I moved so quick that it was basically from the knees down that got
The full brunt.
right.
Oh, not the full brunt, but...
the full blownsies of the odor.
And I still believe the tall grass helped you out.
The tall grass probably saved my ass
Yeah.
in more ways than one. Because had I been sprayed directly, I mean, there's bye-bye beard.
Bye-bye, fro.
Afro's gone. Right. No more Bob Ross comments. Now it's just that guy that doesn't have any hair bathing in tomato juice on the weekend. I washed the clothes I was wearing 4 times.
Still lingers.
I washed them once and dried them. I pulled them out of the dryer, and it was just, whoa,
Nope.
whoa. Put them back in the washer and washed them 3 times in a row, each time dumping more laundry soap on the clothes. The pants, it was still there last time I wore them. I'm going to wash them again now.
The worst part of it to me was the loss of the Velcro shoes.
Well, they're not at a loss. They just
Yeah.
need to be cleaned
Okay.
and aired out. Like, they've been out here for a couple of days. You don't smell it, so it's obviously not that strong.
Okay.
But once I get them on my feet and start moving them around, again, they're Velcro shoes. It's $13.
You know,
I got them all summer. I got my money worth. I'll get a new pair. It's almost boot season anyways for
This
me,
is true.
so I'm good. This fucking skunk, man. I couldn't believe it, dude. So I go to the back door. I bang on the back door violently.
And again, it's like 10:30, 11 at night.
She gets up from the couch, comes to the edge of the kitchen, and was like, "Oh, what does that smell?" She gets to the back door, and I'm like, already taking clothes off. I need a pair of gym shorts and a priest because this is getting bad. You know what I mean?
I need an old priest
Yep.
and a young priest.
So I get down in my drawers and she brings me the shorts. I put them on. That's when I took the clothes right into. The bad thing is the side of the house I was on is where the laundry room is, and that fucking window was open. So that's when the wafting took place. Because the stench crept up the side of my house and into the window.
Oh,
I would say probably 2 o'clock Friday afternoon. I had like 3 candles burning in the house while I was doing laundry. And, you know what I mean? I'm like cleaning the house up, and I'm just burning candles in every fucking room.
like one's cinnamon, one's
spraying
fucking another.
Febreze
Fucking...
everywhere. Like, get the stench away from us. Oh, so brutal.
Oh,
So Friday, early evening, I was going to cut my grass. So I'll be damned if I didn't cut the neighbor's grass too. Like, I'm sorry, but I got to do it because I got sprayed with a skunk last night. And he was hiding in your yard. So I attribute it to the long grass and got to go. Haven't seen the skunk since.
that's good. That's a good thing.
Every time I come out that back door.
Oh, you're
I'm-
more vigilant.
Dude, it's a visual pat down of my backyard and the neighbor's backyard before I take a step off the porch.
Carry a flashlight now.
Yep. If I hear a noise, I'm turning and walking away. I'm like, no more cute little fucking bunny that I'm staring at. I'm getting nope, gotta go,
Oh, he's
dude.
getting so big.
Yeah, right, right. I was thinking about feeding him carrots. Nope.
Not anymore.
No.
Now
hell
you're just
no.
attracting the wrong crowd.
Shit, man.
Now, what if he lives somewhere in the vicinity, like behind the garage or in the neighbor's backyard?
I'm gonna guess he probably stays across the street at
that fucking farm.
Yeah. Because they have their privacy fence. You know, there's a good gap.
Yeah, like almost a foot on the bottom.
Right.
Yeah.
I've seen possums coming and going out of
Oh, yeah.
there. You know, so no surprise. The rabbits do it too.
It's a good neighborhood
matter of
for
time
'em.
before
Yeah.
the fucking skunks are out. This might be mating season for skunks.
Who knows?
I don't know.
No.
But I was not happy. Not happy.
Well, at least you didn't have to take the tomato juice bath.
I didn't. I got super lucky.
Yeah.
I was like 3 beers in from watching the football game too, so my reaction time was a little slower, you know. So had it been a normal
Johnny Lightning,
night,
I was
right?
not that evening.
No, I wasn't. You know, oh my God, it's a squirrel or not squirrel, skunk. Poof, I'm gone.
Gone. That is rough. I felt bad when you told me that.
Oh yeah, skunks. That son of a bee. I hope I never cross paths with another skunk as long as I live. I don't wish it on my worst enemy, man. It was bad. And
Especially like, all right, I'm going to go home, chill out for a minute, go to bed. And then all that, drop of a hat, gone because of one little fucking skunk.
one moment that somebody should have warned me about.
Where we in that one? Psychics of the world.
Oh, shit. Ooh, we should develop an app that is like a spontaneous psychic reading, you know?
Just random.
Trademark.
So, like, randomly you'll get an alert on your phone.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, don't do it. Don't do it.
Maybe you choose to believe
Yeah.
them. Maybe you don't.
Yeah. Today is not pizza day, Tim. All right?
There you go.
Just random.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Kind of like a gag app, you know, something
Yeah.
that's like fun and games.
You know, you've seen that weather app that'll tell you the weather, but it was like, it's humid as balls out there.
Right. We could do something like that. Trademark, trademark, trademark.
That's what we do here on this show, is just come up with ideas.
Yep. Just popping them out. You know what's not a good idea?
What's that?
That new Nike ad.
You know what's great about that Nike ad?
All the memes that have
Oh
come
my
after.
fucking God. It is hitting the spectrum of emotions, these memes. Like
Some of them are so damn funny.
Oh man. Some of them are
So
sad.
funny. Some of them will, they'll pull at your heartstrings a little bit when they.
Like
If you let 'em.
If you let them.
If you let
if you invested that emotion.
I treat them all as it's humor to me. That way I don't get invested.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all right. The saddest one that I've seen so far was a picture of Mario jumping off Yoshi and letting Yoshi fall to his death.
Yeah.
Well, Yoshi has these like just sad baby eyes looking at him like, how could you? And he goes, believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything. And you're just like, I remember all those times that
Yeah.
I had to jump off Yoshi just to make that jump to continue the level.
And what would be really funny is if that picture came to life and Yoshi grabbed him with his tongue and was
Yeah,
like, "You're
pulled
coming
him.
with me, bitch."
If I'm going to hell, you're going to hell first.
Let's hope this little green tube is big enough for the both of us.
Now, my favorite one so far was sent to me by my sister. And it's a picture of the Swedish chef.
Yeah.
Baluben smurfener, orfener utzen smurflappelen, eartheners. Bork, bork, bork. That's been my favorite one just because I'm a big fan of the Muppets.
My favorite and the one that pulled at my heartstrings was the same one, Michael J. Fox.
Oh, that was rough. The internet can be a cruel beast.
It's such a savage world that we live in on the web.
Do you want to describe it for the listeners?
It's a picture of Michael J. Fox, and it says "believe in something," and that's it. But it's like he wrote it in an earthquake or something, you know.
And instead of like just being like typed out, it's handwritten and it's all shaky as shit.
Scribbles like he was writing it on a dirt road in a car. It's brutal.
Or if he had Parkinson's, you know.
Or if he had Parkinson's. Right, and that's not a laughing matter at all.
It isn't. And
No.
But
like I said, you got
the
to
balls of people just to throw that out there and like fuck it.
Right.
You're just like, wow.
You got to take some of these memes with
Granted, yeah.
It's
See it for the humor.
it's somebody's fucked up.
It's
humor
fucked up,
and
but
whatever.
wow.
The other one I like is I think his name was Beetlejuice
from the Howard Stern show,
and just says, "Who, me?" Just do it.
We posted one to our social media pages.
Mm-hmm.
It's Boomhauer from King of the Hill.
Yep.
It's like they gonna tell you what. It's like just gonna get in and do it, man.
I got one with Dale Gribble on my phone. It says, "Believe in something unless it's the government or something."
The government's watching you.
Yeah.
Rusty Shackelford.
I actually made one of myself with the afro picture, and I put the words "Don't believe the hype" and then the middle finger and then Kaepernick's name after it. It got some laughs out of the friends and family, but whatever. Those memes are
they're gold. They're only going to be around for a short time, though, so you got to...
Yeah, give it a week or two,
then
and
it's
something new
gone.
will come up. I actually saw there's an Army vet who is creating his own apparel line to rival the Nike ad, and it's called Just Stand.
Oh, wow.
And,
Okay.
like, good luck, dude. Hopefully a bunch of people buy your shit, you know?
I don't think he has the same pull as Nike, but...
No, but he's not pissing people off yet.
Give it a week.
Right. Or maybe he sells 1 million T-shirts,
Hey.
and he's, like
Good for
Elon
him.
Musk. Guys, I'm going to sell 1 million T-shirts. That's what I'm going to do.
Seize the opportunity.
Yep. Maybe make like $5 profit on each one. Shit,
Yeah.
that's a good day.
That's not a bad day at all.
Where are we at? Let's count our T-shirts. Fire sale. Well, I think we should probably call it an evening.
I think it's a good time for it,
Yeah, it's been fun. Been a fun episode.
as always.
We would like to thank you, listeners, once again. Every show, thank you very much for tuning in,
You're the reason why we're doing it.
especially the new ones. Welcome
Oh, yeah.
to the show.
Glad to have you.
Welcome to the table, I should say.
Welcome to the corner.
'Cause you are now part of the family.
It's true.
Want to thank Bells.
For another delicious, tasty Michigan-made product.
What did we say? It was Quinannan?
Quinannan Falls.
I just see the Q and I want to call it like Quantum.
Yeah, or throw a T in there somewhere.
Good lager.
Pretty tasty. IPA light.
Yes, I'm digging
That's
it.
what I'm calling it.
Just yet another very good brew from Michigan.
We're pumping them out.
Eat your heart out
Well, this is
to all the places that don't have it.
43rd show, and we haven't double booked a beer yet.
Not yet. We got some
and it doesn't look
holdovers.
like we got a while before that happens, too.
Yeah. Sweet. Let's keep it going.
Yeah. And for those listening, if you feel frisky, we do have a few social media sites if you want to check them out. We have some
Please do.
fun stuff on there. We have a Facebook page, Cornhouse Chronicles. Give us a search. We have an Instagram, CHC_podcast. What else do we have? Twitter, Corner HC Podcast.
Yeah.
And we also have a Discord channel. We can search out Cornerhouse Chronicles on there. You can join in a discussion as we're doing the show any old time you want.
Yeah, please do. That
Talk
would be
to us,
cool.
throw us ideas, comments, concerns, or just BS with us.
If you're interested in doing something like that, get on our Discord channel and follow along, and then tune in on Sundays, right around 7 p.m. Michigan time.
Yep.
So whatever time that is where you are, and shoot us a couple questions or comments or something, and then we'll talk about it. We also have a Patreon.
We do indeed.
That's patreon.com/Cornerhouse Chronicles. We'd appreciate that. That'll help grow the show in ways financially. That's always fun.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to need some help. And what was the other one I wanted to say?
Just our regular website,
The website, that was it. Yep.
www.chcpodcast.com.
We're all over the place, folks.
We're out there
Play
in
along.
the digital world.
Please do. That's where you can find all of our episodes, as well as iTunes. If you're an iTunes member, please give us a review, a little rating.
Yeah.
5 stars. Just a little rating.
We'd appreciate it.
That helps too.
It
Shit.
does.
We got some cool guests coming in.
Lined up for the next few shows.
Yep. And we'd like to say our Halloween horror movie brackets will be
Announced shortly.
yes, hopefully 2 weeks. We should be announcing the brackets.
That is the goal.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
The list is coming along nicely.
On our Facebook page, we do have a thread going.
Yes.
Where you can list your top 3 that you would like to see put on the master list. Highly encourage you to go on there.
Yep. We need some
Throw
help.
it down.
We We want to make sure that all the good ones are covered,
Well represented.
Yes.
I want a well-represented list.
especially some of those ones maybe we haven't seen.
This is true. Like Sleepaway Camp 3 or whatever.
So we're going to go ahead and get on out of here, and we'll see you next week for episode 44.
Look forward to it.